Jersey's own Zach Gelb.
Or maybe it's Pennsylvania. Anyhow, it's one of the two, I'm pretty sure.
The Zach Gelb Show continues
On Fox Sports 920, The Jersey.
Welcome back in. Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920, The Jersey, 609-919-9200. We're getting ready for the NFL Draft right here in Philadelphia. Now joining us, two guys that are going to hear their name called in the NFL Draft. And that, of course, is of Temple University's very own Haason Reddick and Dion Dawkins. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good. Oh, yeah, all is well, man, but thanks for having us.
Well, thank you for coming on. Appreciate it. So, Haason, your stock the last few weeks, it's been booming. It's been unbelievable to see the way that your stock has risen. When you go to the Combine, when you go to the Senior Bowl, and you see your life change, basically, overnight, what's that experience like for you?
It's just a blessing. I take everything as a blessing. This is, God's will. The work has been put in for these things. The hard work has been put in to go dominate the Senior Bowl. The work has been put in to go dominate the Combine. So it's all been expected, and it's happening. This is what it is. It's happening. It's real life.
And I remember watching you practice at Temple 3 years ago, and your story, for people that don't know, it's unbelievable. Walk-on, cornerback, linebacker, defensive end, and now potential first-round draft pick. You're smiling when I'm saying that right now because you know how hard you worked in practice to get there. Take me through that hard work.
Countless hours of, going back and forth between myself, where my confidence was at. Wanting to know if this was really for me. Did I really have to take the, some of the treatment or, that I was getting because I was playing for school? I wasn't on scholarship. I had no buying, I had no duty to the program then. But just wanting to play football, my mother, my father telling me not to give up, having great teammates there like Dion, guys who I genuinely love to be around every day, that's what kept me there. That's what got me through this, this hard journey. Great coaching, once we had the coaching staff changed, great coaching, Coach Rhule and the staff that he brought with him, having them along, was truly fun. And that's when I started feeling the love and the support, and that's when things started going good. So, everything, the hard work, like I said, the hard work has been put in, and, everything is going, I would say, good, great.
And, Dion, your story's a peculiar one as well. Matt Rhule came to your house, was recruiting you, was walking away, and the next thing you know, he offers you a scholarship. Take me through that story and what it meant to you.
Yeah, so, I'm going to bring it back just a little bit before that. After high school, I had to go to prep school for a semester. So I was a mid-year enroll at Temple because of Rhule. So I was at my house just sitting there, and next thing there's a ring at the doorbell, and it's Coach Rhule, and it's Alan Mogridge. And Coach Rhule comes in, he's sizing me up, just doing the regular Rhule stuff, just talking to you, just trying to see what ticks, and just trying to recruit and just do his thing. And it was a good visit. Then he wasn't saying nothing okay, we could use this guy and da-da-da-da. Then I shake his hand, and he leaves. I'm looking at him drive away down the block, which is Bryant Street, and all of a sudden he hits reverse and comes back, and he's like, Dion, I want to offer you a full scholarship to play at Temple and play for me. And I was like, oh, man, this is truly something that I'm thankful for. So I just told him thank you. When he left, I teared up, started getting emotional, and I packed my stuff, and I had to be there within 2 days, and it was just my legacy on and from there.
You've always been extremely focused because for people that don't know, we took a Hebrew culture class together with Ayala Guy at Temple University.
Oh, yeah.
And that was a fun class, but to say the least, a lot of work, a lot more reading than I've ever done in my life. But you've always been focused. And I remember we sat down in that class, we were sitting next to each other, and you told me, I'm going to the NFL one day.
Oh, yeah.
Where does that drive come from?
Basically, everything that's inside of my body, playing in Philly and coming where Raleigh is, you see a lot of players that look identical, looks like Trent Richardson, or guys oh my God, I can't even say, but
but like there's like a bunch of guys that should be's, and I was one of those guys that was like, oh, listen, I will never be a guy that woulda, coulda, shoulda, because I'm a big dude, and personally, me, like, I never want to work in a regular setting in my life unless I have to. Like, I don't want to be forced to leave football and then be forced to work. I want to leave football when it's my time is legitimately up. I don't want to leave nothing else on my clock. Like, if I have to play for 20 years, I want to play for 20 years and not in 19. Like, that's just where I was mentally. And, like, it's truly been, like, a reflection on my career and just my will to just go out there and practice hard every day and just only practice against guys like Haason that makes me better. And, like, just looking at things around my environment truly showed me what I can never live in my life. Like, I just want to be different. Like, I don't want to be an average person. And I would do everything to remain unaverage, like, just on a professional level and of my athletic God-given ability level.
Haason Reddick and Dion Dawkins with us right now on the Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey. I saw a tweet the other day that your mom took out a loan to get you a meal plan so you could fit in when you were not on scholarship. Family. How about the importance of family to you?
Oh, man, family. I'm big on family, man. Family is everything to me. Blood family, temple family, family is everything to me. Just, it's hard to find genuine good people who really care about you, especially going through this process that me and Dion is going through right now. You gain more cousins in your life than you ever knew, more uncles and aunts, and, now you got friends that's coming out of nowhere, so it's just crazy. But man, my mother, she took out that loan just so I can feel comfortable, I can fit in. I remember trying to, asking people for meal swipes, or trying to do what I could do to find my way into the caf, just to hang out with the guys. It wasn't even always about trying to get a meal. It wasn't like I was starving and anything like that. But just to hang out with them, they would go to the caf every day, and I wanted to be around these guys. This is where I wanted to be. I wanted to fit in. So now and not fit in like I was a foul or anything like that. Just to be around them. These were my teammates. These are my brothers. This is family right here. This is Ohana. I call it Ohana. I like to say Ohana. This is Ohana to me, and it means it meant everything to me to be around the guys that I went through a lot with in my college career.
And the best part about both your stories is you both had to overcome a lot of adversity. For you, 2 injuries in high school, multiple position changes, people telling you can't do it, and then you get that scholarship. And I know that must have been very emotional for you and also your family because of all the hard work that was put in it. You weren't given anything. You earned everything.
Right.
When you got that scholarship, those emotions you felt were?
Mom, I was happy.
More happy for your mom?
Yeah, because she didn't have to, family didn't have to pay for school and anymore. And even, you might say, oh, it was 1 year, but it meant a lot to me, It just let me know how hard, it let me know that my hard work was recognized, And you would think that, I got the scholarship and I was happy about it, but it really didn't hit me until I got the single digit. Once I got the single digit, the team voted on it. It didn't come from the coaches. So the scholarship came from the coaches, but the team voted on the single digit. Once I got the single digit, it was like, wow, the coaches see the hard work, but also my teammates, my brothers see the hard work. And that's when it all sunk in. That's when it hit me, and I'm like, everything that I've done is being recognized, and it's not over.
And Dion, let's get to your family, because I always see your mom in the parking lot before games with the Mama Ducks jersey. I always love your mom when I get to talk to her. But with your family, how about your support circle and what they meant to you over these years?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm truly blessed to have both of my parents still married and both to still have them. Like my mother has truly been like my strong point, and I have my uncle, I have my cousins. I have people that just have continued to support me through most of my times, like while I was here, like in college, like I mean, like they come up for every game. They make sure that I have stuff in my kitchen, just like regular, but like family stuff, and it's always good, like to know that you're cared for, and I mean, I'm truly blessed. Like it's just like simply that, like God has truly blessed me with the people that He put in my life, and I'm thankful for everybody and everything like that has happened, because it's made me the man who I am today.
And I love what Haason said. It goes more than just your blood-related family, your Temple family, people that you're meeting right now in this process, and a father figure to both of you when you were in college was your former head football coach in Matt Rhule. Yeah. And you were extremely supportive and made sure Matt felt how much you guys appreciated him when he left before he addressed the team, and you led that stand-in ovation. Yeah. Matt and you have been through a lot together. You guys are really synonymous. You'll always be known as Matt Rhule and Dion Dawkins for your time at Temple. Tell me why he fits you so well in being able to motivate you to the person you are today.
Truthfully is honesty. Like how honest he was with me and with all of the other players, whether they didn't want to hear it or whether they wanted to. Coach Rhule let whatever had to be known. Whether I had a terrible practice and I thought that it was good, like Coach Rhule would legitimately tell me, like, Dion, like, you're in a mindset like right now that you're doing things right and everything is right, but I wasn't, which like I'm still growing, and he's seen it. Like he's coached in the NFL, so he knows exactly what it's gonna take. And like Coach Rhule just basically like took me under his wing. Like he taught me everything that I need to know about my technique, about studying film, about treating players like just learning how to be a leader. And that's what made me me. Like from being like the type of leader, like I could say like Haason was the exact same way, because we were both like verbal leaders and leaders to guys that we couldn't be verbal to. And like for like we have to understand that for some guys, like we just can't yell at. Some guys we have to pull to the side after practice when everybody's not watching, where they feel comfortable, and just let them know, like, bro, you just got to just pick it up just a little more. And some guys, like, we could curse at, yell at, and it'll go faster. But like Coach Rhule has taught us aspects of this game that truly coaches around this country, I know for a fact, are not doing. Coach Rhule takes time out of his day when he could be doing other stuff like recruiting or watching film or focus on a practice schedule, and he's focusing on us like becoming men. And I mean, I have a father, but Coach Rhule is my father in Philly. Like he truly was that guy. Like he told me everything that I needed to know to be the person that I am today, and I'm truly thankful for him.
I'll tell you a funny story about Matt. When Matt was in the NFL as an assistant offensive line coach with the Giants, I was at an event with Chris Snee, former NFL offensive lineman, and he remembered this guy coming in to practice, and he's the first day as an offensive line coach, and they're doing blocking on the bag. And Chris Snee came running up, new guy, Matt Rhule, and puts Matt Rhule on his ass. You ever put Coach on his ass?
Oh, nah. I have never, because Coach Rhule knows like not to grab the bag when I'm going.
How about Coach Weeze? You ever put Weeze a hand on his butt?
Never had to. Never. Yeah, no. And the coaches know certain guys, like their strength is different, and if they would have went, I would have definitely put them on their ass. Definitely that.
I remember last time we had you on, Haason, you told me that you always knew you could be good. Mm-hmm. But then you started to realize when you were at Temple, you realized you had potential to be great. Mm-hmm. With your conversations with Matt, what did you guys used to talk about when you guys were in the office alone together?
It mostly leadership capabilities, And the thing that Coach Rhule, I would say, challenged me the most with while he was there. So he challenged me with a lot. But the biggest thing I would say would be being a leader, leading the team in the right direction. I never understood how much influence I had on the guys on the team, or until he brought it to my attention. He was, when you talk, everybody listens. Nobody speaks over you. You're a well-liked guy. Everybody likes to be around you for some reason. Everybody likes to gravitate towards you. So for him to to help bring out that leader in me. You know, I would go to him. I would go to him and ask him, like, listen, I would ask him how to take care of certain things. And it was kind of like growing together, actually, me and him growing together. Some things he didn't understand how to take care of, you know, some things I didn't understand how to take care of. So we would talk and try to figure out ways around it. You know, I would tell him, like, listen, I'm telling him this, that, and third, and they're not listening. Listen, I guess, you know, when you become a leader and you become that guy that's hard on people, you know, because you're trying to reach a certain goal and you see certain potential in people, you know, that you don't be you're like, you know, how much people like you starts to, you know, go down. Now everybody's like, oh, you're not cool no more. Like, and it wasn't about not being cool. You know, I didn't care how they looked at me. You know, as long as we were all working hard and trying to get to the same goal, that's what really mattered. And you know, Coach Rhule, he really helped bring out the best leader in me. He helped me develop as a man. He helped me develop a lot of us. It's not just me, but just speaking from my experience, you know, he helped me become the leader that I am today, and I know that, you know, it's going to transition and carry over when I go to the next level.
Football, from what I learned when I played in high school, it's really a game about relationships. Your teammates are your brothers for life, and your coaches are these family type of figures to you, and it changes. People come, people go, people take bigger and better jobs, and that happens in the sport. But then you guys always have that unique bond. Like wherever you go in the NFL, you may jump around from team to team. You may be for a team for 10 years. But nothing will be like those 4 years and more for you that you had at Temple, because you're always able to relate to the guys that are going through and doing what you're doing in the future for them. So Geoff Collins, the new head coach, he embraces you like he's one of your sons. And you have the whole family mantra with him as well. What type of coach is Temple getting with Geoff Collins?
I believe Temple is getting a great coach. You know, I believe they're getting somebody who knows what direction to keep the program going into. After I came from Combine, the next day I went straight to what we call mat drills. I'm not sure what Coach Collins call them now, but we call them
those 5:30 a.m. practices, bright and early. You got to all be in unison. I've seen them.
So I went there, and I just was watching how hard he had the guys working, and seeing that. That's when I knew. That's when I truly knew. Okay, the program is in great hands. You know, I knew that the reins were passed over to somebody who truly had the best interest of the guys and the program. And Geoff Collins, man, great guy. He has a saying where anytime you see guys like me, Dion, you know, our seniors, Temple legends, anytime you see guys like us, you get the red carpet treatment. And it's been nothing short of that. You know, anything I need, you know, he's go ahead, you know, working out. He's going to let me work out here, you know. Strength and conditioning coach D. Philly's going to put me on a workout plan to make sure I maintain shape while I'm still here. You know, position coaches. You know, talking about anytime you're around, just jump in the drills. We'll love to have you. You know, you can feel that it's genuine love, and you know, it's being reciprocal. You know, you can feel the love. You can feel the love. You can tell that it's genuine and that they're not just.
It's not fake.
Yeah, it's not fake.
It's real.
It's genuine, and I'm glad to have somebody like Geoff Collins here at the program, because not only does it make it easier on the guys who are still here that I care about. You know, I look at them as little brothers, but it makes it easier on me just knowing that the program is in good hands and that the direction is continuing to go up.
Haason Reddick and Dion Dawkins with us right now. Dion, other influences. When you grew up as a kid and you were hoping to be a big-time football player one day, who were the guys that you looked up to in the NFL? Who are some of the guys that you really liked to watch their games?
Yeah, so the main guy like that got me started truly was Antonio Garay. He was a player that came from Rhule and was just a real dude. He played for the Chargers for a while and then played on the Jets and the Bears. But when I was going through all of my ups and downs at Rhule, he kind of told me Dion, you got to understand what you could do with your life. And for a moment, I was this NFL dude is telling me that I could be good and one day hopefully play against him if I got everything in order. But he was all of the groundwork. Like, he basically got me together to move on to college. But as I started like growing and watching like NFL players, like truly the like my favorite players are both of the Pouncey twins. Truly Mike first, and then and Marquise, and then Trent Williams, and like those guys play and with the nasty mean streak that I developed at Temple, and I truly just want to just watch all of them and just make all three of them into me, so I could be better than all three of them. So I mean, like truly the Pouncey twins and Trent.
Haason, how about you? Who were the guys that you looked up to and said, "Hey, I want to be like this guy one day"?
Believe it or not, man. So
you went through a lot of positions. You probably loved corners, linebackers, defensive linemen, quarterbacks. You were a running back in high school too.
Exactly. So then, growing up my whole life, I played running back. Throughout my football career. Besides when I got to college, I always thought I was going to be a guy to have the ball in my hands. So that being said, at a younger age, I always looked up to guys like Deuce Staley back when the Eagles had him before he went to Pittsburgh. Brian Westbrook, the way he ran the rock, and how versatile he was with catching out the backfield. These were players that I wanted to be like, especially with them playing so close to home. But as I got older and I got to college, and I'm playing defense now, and I'm playing rush in here at Temple. My mindset definitely changed. I'm not taking care of the ball. I'm not running the rock, and I'm here. I am pass rushing the quarterback. And trying to get sacks in. Who else but Von Miller to look up to? Guy is a great athlete. Just the way he, I always hear stories about how he works, but I only seen him from a game tape standpoint, and to see how athletic he is, the bend that he has, you can tell that the hunger that he has when he's playing, and how he has fun. It's definitely him who I try to emulate my game in.
The tough and lethal mentality that Matt Rhule brought to you guys in practice, because you'll practice in the NFL and it won't be like anything. They don't do mat drills in the NFL at 5:30 in the morning. You'd have too many veterans complaining about that. That practice style, Haason, take me through that practice style and what you guys had to do to get to being AAC champions.
The practice style is hard here at Temple. At least during, I don't know what type of practices the guys are going to go through now. It looks like it's going to be hard. I seen a plan.
Jeff's like Matt. Yeah, he really is. They know each other.
Yeah, and I seen a plan, so it looks like it's going to be hard. But under the era that we had, under the Matt Rhule era, oh man, practice was extremely gruesome. Banging almost at one point our first year we were in pads almost every day, man. Every day.
I remember the NFL guys when they would come in to talk to you, they go, "We never seen people practice like this."
Oh, yeah. Never. But it's great. It builds character. It shows who you are as a man. It shows if you're going to come in and work every day. Do you really love football? Do you really love it enough to come in and be in pads every day? And it's hard. It's hard work. It's hard on the body. But everything you learn how to balance it out, and you learn how to take care of it with maturity. As you grow as a man and develop as a player, you understand how you have to take care of your body, the things and the mindset that you need to survive here at Temple is really trying to dominate the culture that Coach Rhule came and brought here. And it's all going to pay off. Already the hard work has been paying off. Already throughout seeing me and Dion and Nate Harrison and Jihad, the combine and our All-Star games, you can see that the hard work has been paying off. And it's something that I believe is going to carry over into the next league. Into the next level. And people say the practices aren't that hard, so it should make it it should make it that much better.
And the competitive style, too, because this Temple program, the mentality of it and the way it was represented to the public really did change when you guys were there. Oh, yeah. A few years ago, I remember when you guys were short on the offensive line and they're begging people to come practice. Adam Metz was in for practice for that spring ball period, and with Temple, the beauty of that school is it's an underdog mentality. People will tell you, oh, you can't do this, and you prove them wrong. And it's a real blue-collar school. And you guys had so many competitive players. Matakevich, Ioannidis, Tavon Young, Avery Williams, Avery Ellis, all those guys. And that depth really brings the best out of you. But for you, Dion, you're going up against Haason Reddick every day.
Oh, yeah.
That had to make you better, right?
Yes, truly. I mean, like, in practice, it was just me and Haason. And times, of course, like, it wasn't just me and Haason, but I did everything, like, in my power to only practice against, like Haason. Like, whether he was coming from punt to the other side of the field to running two and one-on-ones, I would truly try to wait because I don't want to practice against no one else. Not
you want to practice against the best.
Not right. Not throwing no shade on nobody else on my team. Well, like even praise. But Haason was truly what I knew that I had to work on because Haason was that fast Von Miller type of player. Like he was that I'm a juke you left and then I'm a slant extremely fast inside, and I had to be at my best with my feet, with my hands, with everything. Like if nothing was right, or if it wasn't all like perfectly right, I would lose, and that's just because how good of a player like Haason is, and I mean like it was truly just iron sharpening more iron, and it definitely helped. So I was truly blessed to play against a player like Haason for all of those years because it made us who we are now, and which are potential like NFL players, and I'm truly thankful for it.
And then for you, Haason, because there's some offensive linemen you probably look at and go, psh, I could blow past this guy in a second.
Exactly.
But Dion's big. He plays into the final whistle, and also he's quick on his feet. So for you, how'd that make you better?
Oh man, just going against Dion let me know that the assets he has to his game, his athletic capabilities. Especially for a guy his size to move the way that he does, and to be as with the attitude that he has, the approach that he takes to the game. Going against him every day in practice, knowing that I'm getting better, and then when it comes time to game time, I know that I'm not going to see anybody that's like him. And if I do, it's only a percentage. I said it before. If you watch Dion tape, you see him pancaking guys left, right, all game. Just literally trying to take somebody's soul. When I get if you watch my game tape, you never see me get pancaked, and that's because I go against him every day and doing my best to try to lock him out and keep him up off of me. So, going against him in practice, by the time it comes to the game time, I know that I'm well prepared. I've seen the best, and I know nobody else has, the athletic ability that he has, and I know nobody's coming with the mentality that he has. So I know that I'm well prepared and I'm ready to dominate whoever is on the opposing team, whoever they line up against me. I know that I'm ready to dominate him because I've been prepared so well throughout the week.
Dion, you were a stud left tackle, and some teams are trying to move you to guard. And when you go to the Senior Bowl, everyone, they rave about how versatile of a player you are and how you're just willing to do anything to make the team better.
Yeah.
How are you able to just change a position so easily? Where you could go from left tackle, and that's what that's your bread and butter, to then, okay, this guy could go have a 10-year career in the NFL and be a left guard.
Yeah, well, it starts from your mindset of wanting to do so. Like, I know, like, some guys would play, like, left tackle, and then if they had to go to right, like, they would be, like, upset with just a slight thought of, okay, why are they moving me to, like, right tackle? But me, I just accepted it. Like, I was like, all right, there's nothing that I can do, and I have to just control what I can control. And truly, like, that was playing guard. And, the first day of the Senior Bowl was probably my worst day because I didn't just take it on with open arms. I had to take on that position little by little by little to maintain it and be good at it. So like as of like right now, like just like in what you said, like I want to learn center because that's just another position that I could help on that team. Like also like I long snap, so like I'm doing everything to value myself and to make my athletic versatility be known that I would love to do anything for any football team that needs my help. And I'm truly thankful to have the ability to move from left guard to left tackle to right tackle. And now I just have to learn center, and then I could play all 5 positions on that like that line. And that means that hopefully I can have a long career.
You're both athletic freaks. Do teams know, though, Dion, that you could throw a basketball off a backboard, grab it, and slam it down? They got to see that, right?
Well, I truly hope so, because even at the combine, like I do certain things just so people could understand that I am not like the regular person. Like I was doing handstands at the combine, for literally 15 seconds, just holding it, just so people could look over and say, "Oh snap!" That dude is doing a handstand. Just to give people different thoughts about me, just to
sort of like
me.
when JPP used to do the backflips.
Exactly. Like if I had to, I would do it. Whatever needs to be shown that. Don't forget that Dion is different. There's something about this, but this guy that is different, and I'm gonna do everything just to continue to show that I'm not like the regular person.
You also don't see a lot of big offensive linemen have a Yorkie.
Oh yeah.
Usually they have a pit bull or a lab or something. How about your dog?
Yeah, so I mean, but the dog thing, I'm truly a dog lover, and my girlfriend loves animals too. So we have a Yorkie, and I mean, truly, when I'm walking, but littles, people come up and they look at me and they're like, oh, but this big guy has this small dog, but at the end of the day, everybody needs love, and I that dog truly has a part of my heart, and I've truly just been attached to it, and I'm just truly thankful to have that dog a part of my life.
Wrapping up with Dion Dawkins and Haason Reddick. I was talking to Avery Williams earlier in the year, and I go, Avery, you look like someone I would never want to block. You're not afraid of anything, right? And he goes, I'm actually afraid of spiders. Haason, are you afraid of anything?
Man, I would say the only thing that I'm afraid of is failure, man. I'm afraid of not being successful in anything that I set out to do. And with that being said, I prepare as hard as I can to make sure that I'm successful at whatever it is that I set out to do. But other than that, man, I don't have any anything that makes me that I'm afraid of. Just afraid to to not be successful, and not because of anybody else. For me, I truly want to be successful for my own good. It's somebody's and it's nobody's. And it's what are you going to do to make sure what are you doing to make sure that you're somebody?
In terms of position for you, some teams have you inside, some teams have you outside.
Yeah. Best
fit for you is?
I would say the best fit, or no, I would say I don't have a best fit. So to clear it up. I think I'll be good at any position that I'll play in, just because I know that I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure that I'm the best at the position. I would say that the most natural position would be like an outside linebacker in a 3-4 scheme, just because our rush end here at Temple is basically the same thing. But with that being said, a lot of teams, see like me at inside linebacker, and I'm glad that they do, because it just adds more value, more worth to the type of player I can be, and it also shows my versatility. And I'm willing to try to I'm gonna take on that challenge. If somebody calls my name to be an inside backer, I'm gonna take on that challenge and dominate the position as best as I can.
I always remember Bill Belichick, who finds ways to put players at positions they'd never played before. And in the Super Bowl, Mike Vrabel was actually catching a touchdown pass. And this is a linebacker, Mike Vrabel, who was also underlooked. You think you could still run for a touchdown in the NFL if they pitched it to you on the outside?
And I can answer that. Come on, but you've seen this guy, he could do it. Come on. And that's a question that you already knew the answer to.
So why didn't Satterfield, or why didn't Glenn Thomas run the ball with you?
Believe it or not, it was some talk about that. It was talk about that, believe it or not. But we had Jahad Thomas, we had Raquel Armstead, so why not let those guys, and they both were very productive. Very productive. It was no need to, interfere with that. Plus, with as many reps as I was playing on defense and special teams, and how hard I was playing and trying to make sure I'm giving my best to make sure that the team could win. It was a lot into it, but it definitely was talking. At one point in time in the practice, they was letting me return kicks, and I asked Coach Rhule, like, why didn't y'all let me do it in the game? And he was like, we needed you on defense, so it's all good. Hopefully, maybe in the next level, somebody may be able to, maybe that 40 that combine 40 helped me out. Maybe somebody will try. It would be fun if I get that experience.
I would always kid around with Marcus Satterfield when you guys got Freddie Booth Lloyd and you saw the vine of him running.
Man.
I would always kid around. If you guys are on the 1 yard line, give a little fullback dive to Freddie Booth Lloyd and you guys would be fine.
Right.
So before we let you guys run, drafts in Philly. You're projected to go in the first round. Pro Football Focus says you could potentially be the best player in this draft. With the first round being in Philly, and you could walk up and you could get to your team of your future, how exciting is that for you? Because this is kind of the wait period. You did the tough stuff. You played college football. You went to the combine. You went to the Senior Bowl. Now you're keeping on training, but you just have to wait for that draft. How tough is it to wait? And then also, what does it mean to you that the draft's in Philly where you played college football?
As far as waiting, I would say, I'm anxious to see where I'm going to go, who's going to call my name. I am anxious for that. But, I'm not trying to rush this process. I'm letting it all soak in. I'm taking it day by day, making sure I'm best every day, one day at a time. As far as the draft being in Philly, it's amazing to possibly be able to hear my name called in a city where I played for 4 years. That's just like I would say putting a cherry on top to a amazing journey. Even though is a next chapter to be had. It would be like putting a cherry on top to an amazing journey. It would cap things off the right way. Being that I played for Temple for 4 years, 5 years, and then being so close to my hometown as well.
Last one for both of you before we let you run. Dion, what does Haason bring to an NFL team? If you had to make the sales pitch for a team to draft Haason, what's the pitch?
If you're looking for the next thing and the best athlete, it's truly like Haason Reddick. And on top of that, like, he would be the hardest worker on that team, whether he had to learn a new position that day, whether he had to play a new position if the game is started and play a new position just by playing without knowing nothing. Like, Haason is one of those guys that just goes and gets it done at any means. Like you have no idea how much Temple has leaned on him to make plays and just do certain things that is unhuman. Like this guy, truly, he's like something special, man. And I was blessed to play against this guy, and there's a lot of things that really have no word to it because it's unexplainable. Like, this guy truly made me Dion Dawkins. Truly, just that. And I'm truly thankful for him because I have a name to my jersey now because of practicing against this guy every day. And truly that, just the hardest worker on the team. He would be at every meeting on time, every practice on time, stay there first and the last guy to leave, and work extremely hard. Whether he's playing DN, outside backer, inside backer, safety, whatever you need him to do, it will be done.
And then finally, Haason, Dion, what does he bring to a team?
Oh man, the value that of the things that Dion can bring to a team is it's plentiful. You're going to get a guy who's going to go beyond the whistle. Most people say play to the whistle. Yeah, till you hear the whistle. You're going to get somebody who's going to finish past the whistle. And it's not many guys like that, especially for a guy of his caliber, a guy of his size. It's crazy. He's playing hard every down. Every down he's playing hard, extremely hard. He's giving his all. He's very athletic. Very athletic. You mentioned earlier about him throwing the basketball off the backboard and dunking it. very athletic. You know, I don't know. You know, you point out to me guys who move like he will. You know, he does. I don't know too many. I haven't went up against too many either. None at all. You know, that moves the way he does and plays with the aggression and the passion that he plays with. Whoever gets Dion, they're getting a great player. They're going to get a guy who they can lean on for years to come. You know, a lot of years, and I truly believe whoever picks him up, he's going to make that franchise very happy, and he's going to have an extremely long career.
Dion Dawkins and Haason Reddick on the Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey. Gentlemen, best of luck and thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having
Appreciate
us
it,
on,
Zach.
You got it.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
All right, right now we'll take a quick break and we'll be back on the Zach Gelb Show after these short messages.